Hello and welcome back to the final part, the end of the carrot for Duelist of the Roses on the PS2, and in this part, we'll be taking our vengeancing against chocolate version of Nightmare. Oh look, turn one wasteland! Yay! You want to pull bullshit with your Roku? Here, eat turn one wasteland. Now my dinosaurs can actually stand up to Zoa.
No, they can't.
Yes, yes, they can.
Come to think of it, I think there are only two real answers to Roku because you can die in one hit. It's defense mode and trap cards. Alright, let's try this one more.
Powered up Brachio Radius smacks down his Gate Dig.
Why would you leave Gate Dig in attack mode, you silly person?
I don't know. Here, eat 2,500 fucking damage.
Alright, well, just remember, this guy deserves no restraint. He deserves no mercy. The only acceptable amount of life is 0. 0, I tell you.
This does enable him to have a Roku, but he didn't use it, and he didn't move. We win, right?
That's a trap card.
Nope, we win.
Oh. Well, I mean, God, what the hell is with this guy? It's like you either die instantly or you kill instantly.
He is both the hardest and easiest opponent in the entire game. If he doesn't get Roku, he falls over. If he does get Roku, you lose.
I do. Either you're putting the idea in my head, or I do genuinely remember that aggro is a perfectly viable strategy in this game, especially against the late game bosses.
Yeah.
Because the late game bosses want you screaming, "Oh God, he's so powerful! If I even try anything, I'll die."
When of course almost all of them still have to play by the exact same rules that you do, and the exact same rules that you do are easily manipulated by hyper aggro strategies.
Impossible. No.
Goodbye, Nightmare.
You've done it. You undone my own fucking mistake. But of course, as history unfolds, we'll find out that was actually your mistake that you had undone. I hope you will be proud of this. The Card Guardian.
Yeah, apparently Nightmare and his brother, because this is actually his brother, not actually Nightmare, but fuck it, it's Nightmare, are Card Guardians. And Card Guardians are a thing in the Dark Duel stories. I think Reshef is actually the last one. Again,
Yes.
I've not actually played Reshef, but I get to assume that he's a Card Guardian.
Would you like to play Reshef?
Not from what you've told me. It's pretty much a watered down version of a World Championship 03.
You could try speed running it.
I cannot speedrun these games. God no. Have you actually watched GFC RNG manipulated speedruns of Forbidden Memories, dude?
No, because I'm not a big fan of manipulated speedruns. Like, if you're gonna get into the game coding, like, you might as well just set the clock to like 1 second.
He's not actually in the game coding itself, but Forbidden Memories has a lot of preordained outcomes, and through extensive study, they figured out how to get 3 Meteor Black Dragons before you get to the World Tournament. Oh, look, another card password.
The mystical numbers. Remember them well, time traveler.
I am recording them down on my phone so I can, show off what card it is.
That's funny.
Multimedia! White Rose chapter end.
Save?
Yes, save. And with that, we have successfully completed both the White and Red Rose chapters. So now we get the credit sequence.
Yay. Look at these pre-rendered cards.
Yes, Dancing Elf, and Battle Ox, and Judgman, and Copycat's in here, I think, right? Or Dragon Treasure.
Treasure.
To be perfectly honest, Duelist of the Roses is an okay game. It's actually a really fun take on the Yu-Gi-Oh license, specifically with how drastically different it is. But to be perfectly honest, unless you're going in with a lot of pre-knowledge or are outright cheating, like I honestly recommend you do, cheating in this game is really goddamn fun. I would not recommend really getting into Duelist of the Roses. you have a lot of the pre-knowledge that's required for it. There's a great deal of fun that can be had there, but most of the time, all that ends up doing is either using the card password system to your advantage, which we can officially do, or just implementing a lot of grinding for a particular deck, and then you have to decide which chapter you want to do first. You should always pick Yugis chapter first, because although Yugis chapter is harder in the mid game, it's like the only way you're gonna, get a good attribute deck, because all of Yugi's opponents actually have better cards than Kaibas' opponents.
Right. I was going to say, I didn't. I'm actually surprised I held my silence about this for so long. When I was a kid, I actually made like a full game board with all the slots made out Yu-Gi-Oh card size, so that like me or my brother or a friend of mine could just like pull out a deck and start playing. Have a deck master. You get to put your creatures on the board and so forth, moving, the summoning rules and all that. And that lasted for, I kept it for a little while. I was proud of it. But just...
It sounds like you put a lot of work into it, but not nearly enough, because I don't think that you were using Deckmaster abilities, were you?
No, there was, I think
and that's actually a really important part of this game.
Yeah, oh yeah. Especially because Yu-Gi-Oh was not designed with Deckmasterism in mind.
Which is sad, because I love the Deckmaster concept. Anyway, what we're showing off here after the credits is, well, I wanted to show off the extra password. I also wanted to show off that once you clear both chapters, you can actually go through and free duel like all of the opponents. And they're now just segmented by, whoever is captain of that particular city. So if you want to complete the library, I believe since we have the complete password list and that they don't eat up resources, you can use that to complete your card library. Just don't grind to complete the library, because that is a terrible decision. Earthshaker is an amazing card. What it does is it deletes all of the Labyrinth Zone cards, all the Labyrinth Zone squares on the field. So if you want to grind for an Exodia deck, go farm Solomon now that you've got Earthshaker.
That is quite a useful thing to get after beating the game.
And Fairy's Gift. Gain 800 life points when this card is flipped face up.
Meh.
That's the other card that we got from our password.
Meh. Oh, you got 2 cards for 1?
No. The other password that we did earlier.
Oh.
I wanted to show off that Song of the Thunder, Barrel Dragon, and Labyrinth thing were the highest deck cost cards that I actually kept throughout the run. Now, most everything else, anything else, I mostly reincarnated because I wanted to get more Barrel Dragons and Roaring Ocean Snakes.
Just come to think of it now, this game looked like in theory it would make an interesting online game, because it's kind of hard to play a game. You can't play a card game on one screen when both players have to share the screen, because then you could see your opponent's shit. Well, I'm saying that it's a shame that like the age has come where this type of online game might be desirable, but they would have to seriously modify the rules for modern Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah.
Some ridiculous shit. Extra deck?
No. I don't know if that extra deck would actually be required, but what we're showing off here is the fact that the Deckmaster characters also exist in this game. We're going to be showing off a duel against Deckmaster S, and there's also like a bunch of default maps. I don't honestly go with any of the map editing stuff, but I wanted just to show off a quick duel here, so we're going to the Wasteland default map.
Oh, this ought to be a pretty predictable finish.
Yeah, especially since we're going up against fairies. Oh look, my Wasteland card is useless.
But we already got dinosaurs that will make short work of this pretty green-haired princess.
Move up and then bring out my Barrel Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do grinding for promotions for specific monsters, this is honestly how you usually end up trying to do it.
Oh shit, she just tried using her barrel dragon and she failed. Too bad we can't smack her face.
We don't need to smack her face. We get to eat her barrel dragon and her card that's behind it.
Awesome.
I think that I'm not entirely sure, but I think she's actually supposed to be using the same deck that we are, because that was what Duel Master K was doing in Forbidden Memories.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Can't quite win yet, but you know, we're working on it.
Well, I tell you, that's an interesting way of making the gameplay variable, is having the, forcing the computer to play in a mirror match with you, because no matter what, as long as you're changing your deck, the match is always going to be different.
And put Practical on the raised body heat, and then smack her for 2,900.
We're doing it!
Yep.
The practice room is fun and safe.
Well, somewhat. Again, if she's actually running our deck, then she's got a relatively high chance of killing me this turn. But it doesn't look like that she went for it, so.
Yeah, now the broader endgame patterns are starting to emerge. We have chase to the edge of the board. We have trap. We have surround on all sides.
We ate whatever spell that was, and whatever spell that was.
And
too.
whatever spell that was. Now let's box her in. Oh, let's just kill her.
Yep. And there we go. We have successfully killed the Goddess of Whim.
About time to be hitting the old dusty wasteland trail.
Yep. And with that, that ends our run through and show off of Duelist of the Roses. Can we pull Goddess of Whim? We did.
On, slot machine. Come on, slot
missed,
machine fun. Magical Labyrinth.
Oh well.
We got Goddess of Whim. Nice.
Goddess of Whim is actually a relatively powerful card in this game, but not that great. Anyway, guys, this has been Rocket Rabbit Commentaries playthrough of Duelist of the Roses. We will see you next time for something else.
Woo.